Yes, Greg, are you there?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Thanks for coming here today.
My pleasure.
So, we've been talking, Greg, about, what you have going on here, and I'll pull it up on the screen for everyone to see. You guys are the journal is a special sponsor, so you guys have this Frontiers in Human Neuroscience, and a special topic issue: neural mechanisms of perceptual cognitive expertise in elite performers. That is a mouthful. and
Yes,
and
it is.
and
Is that the whole article or just the title?
That's the title of a special topics issue where we're inviting submissions for articles.
Yep. So I'm going to put it up
Hmm?
on the screen right now, so maybe everyone can see. So maybe you could just tell us a little bit about you and sort of what this is all about, so people can get a good background in it.
Yes, I'd be happy to. So I am a board member of ISVA. I'm a cognitive neuroscientist. So I'm a little bit different than most of the people associated with ISVA. I study brain. I study learning. I spend a lot of time thinking about how to optimize learning. And we have a research lab at Duke University where we do primary research, so experiments in a lab. We have collaborations with a lot of different groups like USA Baseball, surgical training centers, and other entities that allow us to do applied research in the field. So we are very engaged in this, and we're very interested in the questions that are being asked about the ability to train vision for applied uses like sports. And so I wanted to talk about two things today quickly. One of them was this special topics issue. And you've heard throughout the day through the presentations that have been fantastic thus far, a lot of research cited. And we wanted to give people the opportunity to contribute to this research. And this is an opportunity. So Frontiers is an online journal. They have submissions for peer-reviewed science. And myself, with the other topic editors, Thorben, David, and Daniel, decided to put together a collection, invite people to submit to a collection that specifically addresses learning in the brain of high performers. So that is the mouthful of the title, and we would welcome submissions. And the ISVA crowd has a lot of access to elite performers, so it's particularly relevant.
Aha. Okay, so that makes a great deal of sense. So I'm actually on the page right now, so people can take a look about the research topic, and it's got, you listed here as a topic editor. If people want to contribute, how do they do it? Do they just do participate, click on that link, or is there a better way to do it?
Yep. There's two stages to it. One is the submission of an abstract, just to see if the article you would be proposing would be in scope. If it deals with vision, brains, and expert performers, it will be. And then there's the submission portal itself. So if you want early feedback to help guide the process, just submit an abstract. The editors will look at it and give you some feedback about how to make your paper best for this issue. But ultimately, then you would submit it through the full submission portal, and then it would go through peer review, and we would guide the process to make sure the science is as good as possible in the final article.
Excellent. So I have
Uh-huh.
the link up on the website. So if anyone who's listening to this wants to actually take part, you can just go to the ISVA 2021 website, and you can go down to the Frontiers section, and you can click to get to this page that I'm on, and you can click the links.
Greg, how do you define high performance? Do you have parameters to guide the optometrist to know who is a high performer?
That's kind of in the eye of the beholder. There's not strict guidelines for this, but certainly people who are performing at high levels of competitive sports would be considered high performers. People who are accomplished at challenging professional enterprises like music or surgery or piloting or soldiering or a long list. But generally, competition breeds high performers, people very interested in excelling at their sports, and that's almost universally going to be seen as elite performers here.
So basically, it can be intellectual performers rather, in addition to sports performers.
There's no limit. We had an inquiry about elite video game players, certainly elite chess players, elite intellectuals. It's, again, in the eye of the beholder.
Got it.
Right.
So, one other thing I wanted to speak with you about today was this bibliographic resource that ISVA members can get a hold of. I guess it's a benefit of being an ISVA member.
Yes, it is. So we wanted to help on two sides. One was the opportunity to contribute to science, was the special issue, but also was using our platform as ISVA, as an association, to try to bring together the relevant literature so that it's easier for our members to get access to, because not everyone like me spends all day looking bibliographic searching. So we wanted to consolidate it. So I'm not sure if you could pop up the Sports Vision Bibliography page, but the first page kind of gives the parameters. So this is accessible through the ISVA website in the membership section, and it tells basically how we can arrive at this literature, searching for things like sports and vision and attention and expertise. And we built it off of a 2011 bibliography that was compiled by the AOA Sports Vision section. And so we've updated it for the last 10 years. If you then look at the page that has some of the listings, you can see that is a sortable menu. It's a sortable list of articles that you could click and or sort alphabetically by order or by year. We have the title, what type of media it is, things about the publisher, and then over to the right we have both the abstract in many of the articles or links to the article on the publisher's site. So we usually have a document object identifier in there, and so this is a great opportunity for our members to kind of go to one place. And for example, in the last session, Graham Erickson was talking about a paper that was looking at the state of the art in sports vision. You could click on Graham, you could find his paper, and then you could find links to it. And we wanted that to be available to our members.
Right. And I'm not actually logged in right now. However, if you go to the ISVA portal, you can actually see where to go in and actually get the bibliography. So it's very easy to find if you're an ISVA member. And certainly if you paid to be an ISVA member, you should take advantage of it, because this is a great resource. So, it's certainly, it makes it much easier to actually keep up with the state of the art and what's going on. So this is fantastic.
Thank you. And we'd also welcome any suggestions. This is not meant to be exhaustive. There may be things we missed. There's new things coming online all the time. So if you are looking at the bibliography and you think that there's something that should be in there, you can see my email listed down at the bottom of the first page, and let me know and we will add it.
Yep. This is, one of the things that really struck me about the ISVA conference. We've done, a bunch of different conferences now for a variety of different groups. It really seems like, for sports vision at least, this is like the new frontier, right? The rules are not fully established yet. There's a lot of exciting stuff going on. And that to me is really interesting, right? How it's, we do so many conferences that have been around for 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. The rules are pretty much set. But this, seems like it's wide open. It's great.
Yep, that's part of the excitement, and you all are hearing it here in real time, how the field is coalescing around certain approaches. A lot of the luminaries in the field are presenting today. It's a great speaker lineup, and we want to grow it by encouraging good science and making good science available to our members.
Excellent. Well, Greg, thank you so much for being here today. And, this archive will be available online as well with this interview. And hopefully if people stumble across it, they'll go back to the ISVA website, and hopefully they'll make some submissions to the special issue as well.
Thank you very much.
Great.
It's been my pleasure.
Have a great day.